You can see it. Yeah, lovely. Right. Welcome back, everyone, from our adjournment. We are now kicking off into our 11:15 a.m. bracket. We have three presenters hopefully joining us this morning for this particular part of the session. We are going to start, due to Richard being here, we are going to start the section with Richard. Richard, you have 10 minutes to present to us this morning. It is suggested that you make your presentation during the first perhaps 6 minutes, allowing time for questions at the end. Your allocated time does include both your presentation and time for questions from members. Amy will give you a wee wave if you get to 9 minutes, just to let you know that your time is coming to an end. Committee members, Richard's written submission is on page 193 of the main pack, or is speakers pack number 19. Richard, when you're ready, take it away.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm here representing myself as a resident of Purutonga Road, also Festival Road Action Group. So who are the Festival Road Action Group? Here you are. There's this group of people on here, page 2. So what I've done is gone around all the businesses as well as the residents of Hungaroa Road, Purutonga Road, Martins Road, as well as feeder roads, i.e. Regent Street, Todd's Road and Cambridge Road. I've talked to all those businesses and all those residents. Obviously part of, not all of Regent and Todd's Road, because they extend a lot further than what we're talking about. But because they're feeder roads into what is most people know as Festival Road, which is actually 3 roads, i.e. Hungaroa, Purutonga and Martins Road, I also included those in the group and who we were talking about. For those of you who are not aware of those, Martins Road, Purutonga Road and Hungaroa Road, that's basically Purutonga Road there. As you can see, the carriageway is quite wide. The verge on either side of the road wide again, so there's good visibility down the road. Okay, and we're talking from, you know, one end of the road to the other, approximately 3.5 k's long. Currently, we have speeds of 70 k. This is, I think, second to last slide here. 70 k and 100 k. 100 k pretty well Purutonga Road and Martins Road, 70 k Hungaroa Road. What the group are very keen on seeing is one road, one speed, right the way down the road. There is a little bit of variation on what that speed should actually be, from 50 k to 70 k. Certainly, everyone is unanimous of not being 100 k. This has got to drop. I believe in 2023, when there was submissions going in previously, that there was talk of it dropping to 60 k. Fine by us, not a problem. One of the reasons, again, that this road should be looked at as a road that is unique, and it's unique for a number of reasons. And on the last slide, you'll see there the road users, and we have massive amount of variation in road users, from walkers, dog walkers, indie bikes, which is 4 bikes in one. We've got rickshaws, we've got single bikes, we've got standard road cars, we've got trucks, we've got cattle trucks, we've got tractors, we've got the farm tractors, we've got growing tractors with all sorts of implements on the back. So the variation is massive. And for that reason, we need a unique solution to help all these road users, you know, use this road. And pretty well what we're talking about, we believe it is the best way to approach this is to have a, I believe it's called a variable speed road, i.e. that if the road is agreed upon that it will be 60 k or 70 k, then the variation would be dropped very much like a school zone down to say 30K. And hopefully, if the funding is there, that we would have a road that that drops in certain times, like a school, at 9 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It drops from say 70K down to the 30K. For Puratonga Road, I can tell you now, having been a resident here for 12 years, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, the road is chock-a-block full of walkers, of cyclists, of cars, you know, enjoying the vineyards, enjoying the cellar doors, etc. I myself drive that road at 10 to 15 kilometres an hour. And the reason I do that is because there's a lot of people on there and they're in various states of intoxication. And I give them 1 metre to 2 metres. You know, you have to do that. And as a resident, we certainly want to look after anybody that's coming to Martinborough, because it's good for the town. We all know it's good for the town. And we've got to look after these folk that come here. And yeah, they probably, a lot of them are too intoxicated, but at the end of the day, they're doing a lot of good for the town. You're probably aware, you folks, that we had a death on the road earlier this year, an English tourist. This variable speed situation probably wouldn't have helped this poor lady. She was killed at 10 o'clock in the morning, and our proposal is basically the variation of variable speed be from about 11 o'clock through to 4:30 when the vineyard closed. And again, it said that this chap shouldn't have been driving anyway because he had health issues. I won't go into that. But this variable speed road would have helped. What would have helped is cycleways right down Festival Road, these 3 roads we're talking about. This is another thing that the Festival Road Speed group are adamant on. We need to have cycleways. If we have cycleways on the road, then we're going to get certainly a lot of the cycle traffic and maybe walking traffic off the actual tarmac and hopefully onto the cycleways. I can tell you now, when it's busy, even a 3 metre wide cycleway wouldn't be enough for the volume of people walking and using the cycling through, especially when you've got these larger indie bikes and what have you. So again, that probably would have helped the situation. I'm just checking my time. How much time have I got now?
About 4 minutes. Please.
But so the cycleway is imperative. And again, I believe, having spoken with members of the council looking after roading, there was also funding for this, $225,000. And we want to see that used as soon as possible. And we want to see cycleways put into this, you know, down Puratonga Road, Festival Road, Puratonga Road, Wingarool Road, Martha's Road, as soon as possible. That's it.
Fantastic. I'm glad that you are aware of the funding that was approved through the LTP process for a cycleway in that area, so that's great. Clarifying question from Councillor Olds and then from Councillor Macaulay.
Yeah, thanks, Richard. Thanks for your presentation. I'm a little concerned, I have to say, and you need to perhaps, I'd quite like you to answer, is that you mentioned a number of people who are in various states of intoxication walking on the road, which I find quite appalling. Is this a regular occurrence happening down that road, or is it something that you're mindful of? Yeah.
It's mainly on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you know, weekends during the summer period, when people are out enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the vineyards, enjoying the walk, what have you. You know, we're all guilty of having too many drinks, and these people are having fun. And like I said, it's good for the town. And yes, everyone's got to take personal responsibility. You know, there's no doubt about that. But what we've got to do is we, as a group of people, i.e. certainly the council and individuals have got to look after these people that are doing it, that are coming to our town. You know, this road is very, very unique. And we're lucky. Any other town, rural town in New Zealand would love to have this road, would love to have these people coming to their road, filling up their town.
Okay.
So let's look after them.
Thanks, yeah, just much responsibility.
Yeah, but that's a supplementary. We
Yeah.
won't narrow down into the
Yeah.
that
No,
bit.
no.
Sorry, Miss Councillor Macaulay, and then Mr.
Yes, thank you for the presentation. Yeah, I'd just like to talk actually about these indie bikes because, yeah, they're quite interesting, the way they drive and things. Do you think with a bicycle lane, they are going to fit on there? I mean, and you certainly couldn't have two indie bikes passing each other on a bicycle lane, could you?
Possibly, they're about, they're a size of a small car. So they're about, 1.2, 1.5.
Yeah, and they don't usually drive in a straight line.
No.
No, Doug's like this, so,
That's what we're saying. We would love,
Yeah.
certainly one, but two, along Hungarua Puratanga Road, both sides.
what, one going one way, one going the other way?
Look, however
Yeah.
it's worked out as
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
And again, we'll find walkers on there.
Yeah.
At the moment, I think there's only two signs. One on there saying cyclists. One is right down the very end of Martins Road.
Yes.
One is coming into Hungarua Road and saying cyclists. And only one of them gives that indication between vehicle and cycle of 1.5 metres. Okay. This is what we've got at the moment. You know, we've got the bare basics, the absolute bare basics for a road that is cram-packed full of people, bike users, walkers, etc.
Yeah, no.
on the weekends.
Okay.
I'd like to sneak the mayor's question in before we come to time. So,
Thank you, Chair. We've had two submittals this morning who've recommended that the council set the speed limit along this road at 50 kilometres per hour, ignoring the variable aspect that was part of your submission. What would your reaction be?
One speed is a total compromise either way. I'll give you an example. I pulled into, came down the back road, pulled into Hungarua Road at 4:33 in the afternoon about 4 weeks ago. I passed Margraine Vineyard, which is at the front end, for the folks who don't know, front end of Princess Street. I passed one walker. I carried on down around the corner. I had probably 2K of totally open road, nothing on it, absolutely nothing. No dogs, no walkers, no bikes, no trucks, no cars, nothing. That's the variation you get, Martin. Massive variation in volume and traffic and road users. So one speed, you're just making me a rule breaker by saying, one speed will fit all. 50K is way too fast when the road is chock-a-block full of bikes and walkers. Way too fast. We need a variable speed road. We need it for sure.
thank you. That is time. Thank you for your informative and passionate presentation. Deliberations will happen over the next 2 weeks. All submissions, both verbal and written, will be considered and decisions made in due course. So we appreciate your time. We appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Richard. Cheers for that.
We will unfortunately adjourn again.
4 hours.
Yes, Janaya, who was meant to, or who was scheduled to present in the earlier block, has medical reasons for not being here, and Amy's just going to briefly read her written submission at her request. Okay, so I'll just.
Jania's Peter, it's page 13 in the speaker's pack.
What number?
Sorry,
His number
can
123.
you just have some quiet down the other end of the table, please?
Sorry. So Jania is from Featherstone. She was meant to be here today but was unable to be. She agrees that council should proceed with the proposed speed management plan. She agrees that the proposed changes, she agrees with the proposed changes to peri-urban roads. She agrees with the proposed changes to coastal settlement roads, and she also agrees with the proposed changes to unsealed roads. In answer to the question, are there any roads excluding state highways we think should be included in the proposed speed management plan? She says Western Lake Road past the cemetery, maybe past the crossing. The cars, especially motorbikes, hoon up there. It's an accident waiting to happen. People exiting the cemetery and Cindy's Road. So she just wanted us to read that out for her.
Wonderful. We will now need to adjourn again. As per my earlier request, I do just ask that you stay in this area for probably the next 10 or minutes, just in case either Les or Michael Schaefer do arrive. And then we will break for lunch and regroup for 12:30 and finishing off the afternoon.